In this video, we are going to go over the Provider Info tab. When you log into the Illinois workNet system and click on the Customer Support Center, you're taken here to the group search page. Normally, we would click on Apprenticeship Illinois, but we want to come up here to the File folder icon and click on the Provider Info. The Provider Info section helps grantees add, track, and follow items related to the grant and agency. This area does not deal with customers. So the first section is the Appointments tab. And this is for agencies who require intake appointments. So you'll click on the project and provider information and click filter, or they'll automatically pop up. So this is all of the appointments that previously had been added. To add a new appointment site, click Add Appointment Site. You'll put in the name of the location, and then you'll want to put in any details or instructions for the appointment area. So maybe should bring a resume and use the door near the parking lot. So any specific information that you want to include about this appointment site, put it in. Then you can see that the example that I just put in, Rita's Pies and More, have been added with the notes. You can go in and edit the site for any of the information that you just put in. You can click the Edit Schedule, and you can add appointments or view the calendar. You'll want to return to the schedule list. And then you can always remove the site as well. The next section is the file uploads. And again, these are typically files that are associated with your agency, grant, or staff, not individual customers. When you watch the video for the PPR or the PFR, you'll be using this section to upload the documents. What you'll do is you'll filter for the project, filter your provider information, click filter, and any previously uploaded documents will show here. To upload a new file, click Upload File. You'll select whatever category the file relates to. For this example, I'm going to choose Other. You'll choose the file from your desktop. I'm choosing just a generic file, but you'll choose the relating file. You'll put in a description. The description is really important so that the person who's going in to view the file or review it knows exactly what it is, and they don't have to actually click on the file to open it to see what it is. So I'm going to use just a generic description on mine, but you'll want to include specific details. And so now I can see in my list, I uploaded a file called Adding an Occupation, and it was an example of a file upload for the category of Other, and it was uploaded by Maggie. The next section is the Grantee Details. The Grantee Details tab consists of the Grantee Info. All of this can be updated by clicking the Edit button. A case note can be added to this section by clicking the Add Case Note button. The associated grants. This is information about grants that are held by you. You'll click Add Grant, and you can add the grant number, the start date, the end date, and the amount, and click Save. The next section is staff completing required training. This is for a spot to record that training has been completed because some grants require that staff have specific training. If there is a certificate that needs to be uploaded, you'll use the File Uploads tab that I just reviewed. And you can click Add Staff, first name, last name, the completed date, and the training skill. And when you do that, it will add to this section. Training programs. So training programs are related to the grant. So you would click Edit Training Program Information. And when you do that, it is going to send you here to the Training Programs tab. You would filter by your project, your grantee. You can click Filter to see any training programs that had already been added. And you can select the Add program to walk through the steps of adding a new training program. I'm going to click back to the grantee details page. We were just viewing training programs. Now we're going to scroll down to locations. These are locations of the training programs. So you would click Add Location, and then you would click the Add New Location, and it's going to take you here to the Service Finder tab to add the location. I'm going to X out of that, X out of that. Next, instructors. Here you can add instructors for the training programs. You would put in the name, the organization, the address, the type of training, credentials, and the date started with the organization. Next, you have work sites. When you select Edit Worksite Placement Information, it's going to take you to the Worksite Placement tab, which is the bulleted list icon here at the top. So I'm going to click the button, and we're here on the Worksite Placement. So you have your project filtered, your grantee provider information, click Filter. Any of the work sites that had previously been entered will be listed here, but to add a new work site, you'll click Add Employer Work Site, Add New Employer, and walk through the steps to add the new employer information. I'm going to go back to the Provider Info tab, back to the Grantee Details tab, and I'm going to scroll down to the Services section. That is the next section. So these are services, steps, activities that may be added to a participant's career plan, IEP, or case management. If a grantor has specific activities that must be added to a participant's plan, those activities need to be added to this section. All activities associated with a program are added to Illinois workNet. So to add a new service, you would click the Edit Services to Use on Career Plans, and you would find a service that you want to add. Let's do training service. And if any of these services you wanted to add, you would just click on the box, scroll down, and click Save. And now when we go down to our services, that new service has been added. And that is the Provider Info tab.